Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be demonstrating our brand new Pure Harvest produce packs. I'm so excited to show you guys how these things work and how convenient and easy they are. So let's go into my kitchen and get going. Okay, so this is what we're going to be demonstrating today. These are the Pure Harvest produce packs. They come in a pack of 4 in just this really simple little paper container. Inside they look like this. So there's about 7 grams of solution inside of this little tea bag looking type packaging. And all you're going to want to do is fill up, it says 3 to 4 cups of water. So we're just going to turn the water on. And you want the water to be something warm that you wash your hands in, not anything too hot. It is going to take about 15 minutes for this to completely dissolve. So I like to do this ahead of time. I am actually going to get this ready, and then I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy the things that we're going to wash today. So I'm just going to get 4 cups of water into this measuring cup here, and the water will probably end up being between, I'd say, 85 to 100 degrees. So it's still kind of cloudy there because it's warm water, so I'm going to let that settle down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna get just a butter knife out. Now with these produce packs, they do tend to float. You don't have to dissolve the solution inside the pack. You could just cut it right open and just dump it right into the water, and that would work really well also. But for today's demonstration, we're just going to show them to you the way that they're supposed to be used. So I'm just going to drop it down into the water, and right away you can see the solution is starting to come out. You can see that sort of distortion in the way the water looks there. Alright, so I got my solution all dissolved. The water is now completely clear. I just took the produce packs out, and you can just give them kind of a little squeeze just to squeeze out that little extra bit of solution that gets stuck inside of those little tea bags there, but for the most part it's completely clear and completely dissolved. So these are the things that I bought. I went ahead and I got some strawberries, I got bananas. Bananas might be one of those things that you might wonder, well, why are you cleaning those? And mostly I just kind of want to see, first of all, if anything comes off of the surface of the skin of the banana. Now obviously you're not going to eat the skin of the banana, but having that contamination on there can infect other things that are around it and can get on your hands and stuff and can still get inside of your body. So I'm more curious to see if, and it's not going to work right now because it's wintertime here in Colorado, if by washing your bananas and your fruits that you keep on the counter, if it will get rid of the fruit flies for you in the summertime and when we have like more humid temperatures and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to wash the bananas. I got some mushrooms. Now these are pre-sliced and ready to use. In my mind, I think a lot of people think that that just means that they're ready to go. They're clean. They're very, trusting of the fact that, they're ready to be consumed immediately, when, there could be anything inside of here. There could be dirt, there could be, pesticide contamination, there could be bacteria, there could be really mold, I mean, just anything. So just by washing them, we are going to see if we pull any type of visible contamination off of those anyway. With mushrooms, they're they're absorbent, and so you're really not supposed to get them wet, but I'm going to cook them right away. And the solution actually has sort of a drying effect, so I don't know that it's going to really damage them too much, but we're going to be able to see pretty quickly what's going on here with these mushrooms. And then I do have a couple just heads of romaine lettuce here. This one looks like it has something going on. Let's look. Let's take a little closer look here. So, okay, so okay, I'm not exactly sure if this is like mold or if this is just like a buildup of something, because there's obviously some kind of white powdery thing going on here on the surface of this, but this is being eaten on this particular piece of this lettuce. So let's look at the rest of it here and see. Okay, so we can see it doesn't look too dirty to the naked eye. Except for on that one spot there, which is a little bit weird. Let's see here. So yeah, you can kind of see like a white film around the veins of the product there. So anyways, we're going to chop that up. I'm going to wash both of these, as well as some cilantro. So cilantro in particular, I always find is pretty heavily contaminated, as well as different types of lettuce. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but you can see right down in there, there is some visible little things sitting on the surface of this. And these are things that, you know, you probably wouldn't even notice. There are also things that can't be washed off with just regular water. Okay. And then this one. Now this one here, I am the most excited to wash. This is something that I have never washed before. So these are ready-to-eat chopped salad kits. Now what that means to me, and what that means to most consumers, is that you can open this and you can just eat it, and it's going to be, it's ready to go. Now maybe that's true, but is it clean? And that's what we're going to find out today. Is this strawberries? I want to show you guys because I do see something going on here inside this pack. Okay. I wash strawberries all the time because my children just really like strawberries, and so it's just something that we have in our house a lot. It's something that they eat a lot of, and so this is actually where it all began for me, washing the berries, because I was just so shocked at how filthy they were, and also how different they taste after they've been cleaned. So like this one right here, you can see it has little pieces of dirt on it and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that people don't come home and they don't wash their fruit, but even just, I can feel, it just kind of feels sticky. Like it just literally feels like there's just a layer of something on this berry, and it's not supposed to be there. And after you wash it and you feel how nice and smooth the surface feels, you can feel it on your tongue when you're eating it, you can taste it. It just makes an enormous difference. So anybody that cares about like food quality of ingredients, things like that, this product is just going to be so wonderful for you. You're just going to absolutely love it. So see if we have any mold inside this package, because the product wipes out mold as well. Oh yeah, these are really dirty. So here's some more dirt and some more stuff on that berry. So that's just like falling right off. That's really gross. And again, you know, I'm sure most people make some sort of an attempt, and plain water would probably wash pieces of dirt off, I would imagine. As far as the rest of that stuff, it's not going to touch it. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to start with the chopped salad kit because, like I said, I've never washed these before. I don't usually buy them, but I really want to see what kind of stuff that we can pull off of them today. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these pitchers of solution, and I'm just going to pour it into this bowl. Okay, you can see it kind of bubbles up. It's just like soap. It's nothing that's too, you know, scary or intimidating to deal with. So, and then I'm just going to, and I think, yeah. So they even have like this packet of stuff in here, the dressing and the nuts and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, here we go. So we're gonna just dump it in, all of it, all in there. It doesn't really look like there's much going on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push my hand down, and I'm just going to kind of give it this washing machine effect. So I'm just going to turn it, spin it, just kind of shake it a little bit, push it all down so it all gets down in there. Now let's look at the water. Now that I have messed with it a little bit, Kale is one of the dirtier types of spinach or greens out there. I know that kale can be responsible for a lot of the outbreaks and stuff that we have, and even just the most recent one. And so even if we don't see a lot of like yellow stuff coming out of this lettuce like I normally see, which is actually great, that tells me that these people are somehow, some way washing the crap out of this. And so that's really good. But my point is, regardless of how clean it is, there could still be bacteria in there, and this solution is going to just kill all of that off. So there we go. That's really all the time that it needs. You can see it got really soapy on the top. That's okay. That's not going to hurt anything at all. Okay, so I do have the solution from the chopped salad kit next to the clean solution, and you can see that you know, it wasn't totally not dirty. The solution looks very cloudy. It definitely looks dirtier than this solution here. Okay, so that's our first lettuce that we have washed. Okay, so next I am going to wash the romaine. With our romaine, again, we're using the exact same solution that we just cleaned the other lettuce with. And I'm just going to get down there and I'm just going to move these around in here. Really soapy, really sudsy. It's kind of fun to do this. Pretty satisfying to see how much stuff comes off of all of these different things. I'm just going to grab it, throw it into the strainer here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna dump these bananas in here and kind of try to get them washed off here. And like I said, this is something that I think will help a lot in the summertime with fruit flies. I think if you wash off the surface of these types of fruits that sit out on the counters, I think that is gonna kill whatever type of, you know, fruit fly larvas or whatever, however they get into your house. That's going to kill all that stuff off for you. So we're just going to let that kind of... And now that the solution is all over the surface of it, I'm just going to let this sit. Okay, so we have our strawberries in our bowl here. Just by touching them, I'm getting this like stuff all over my fingers. You know, I do understand some of that is part of the strawberry, so we're not going to get too upset about that. But here we go. So I'm just going to dump the solution right over these berries. Okay. And there is a lot of berries in here, so I might actually need to take some of these out and do 2 batches here. So let's see. We're just going to see if we can see anything going on. So you can see in there, there's kind of some lifting happening right away, even without me getting in there and messing with them. We have just had so many different issues with E. coli outbreaks and different bacterial type outbreaks that, you know, it just is never a bad idea to take these extra precautions and wash the stuff that you're eating. I'm going to take half these out so I can be smarter about this real quick here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to, again, give them my little washing machine effect. Just going to kind of bob them around in there. They just look so happy and vibrant and bright and beautiful after you get in there and start cleaning them. And you can see the water is starting to change colors. Strawberries never disappoint me. They're always very heavily contaminated. You can see that berry right there has a lot of stuff coming out. It looks like it's coming out near the seed areas, which makes a lot of sense. Just gonna shake them around, give them a little bit of a... Now remember, this water was completely clean when I put these in here because I knew this was going to happen. I knew they were going to come back pretty contaminated like this, and so I really wanted to be able to show you guys that, you know, this is one of those items that you really need to be careful with. There's a lot going on here, and who knows, cancer is on the rise. Different diseases and things are just happening so much more frequently to people, and there is a reason for that. You know, there definitely is a reason for that, and this could very well be it, that we are eating so many chemicals, so much leftover stuff on our food that they're using to be able to, you know, grow the food more efficiently, to keep bugs and different things away from it. It's not just magically happening, and so it's really important to do this. With this water is extremely dirty. This is why I washed this in clean water, because I knew this was going to happen. It happens all the time on strawberries. They're just so heavily contaminated, and I feel amazing knowing that I just pulled all of this stuff off of them, whatever it is, so that tonight when my kids get home from school and they're like, "Mommy, you got strawberries?" and I'm like, "Yes, I did, and you guys can eat them," and they're all ready to go. So there's our mushrooms again, and the strawberries, and let me see if I can get them both in the frame there so you can see how different. The mushrooms are definitely a lot more brown. The strawberries came out a little bit more of a copper color. Another kind of alarming thing to me, because I do this so often, is that the color is not always the same. It's not always the same. Sometimes it's a light yellow, sometimes it's a dark yellow, sometimes it's this type of a really dingy brown type of a color. And that's just with the strawberries in particular. And so I think it's pretty obvious that there's something going on here. There's something altering either the state of the strawberries or their ability to grow in natural environments. And so that's our demonstration. If you can see in the back, we have our lettuce bowl back there. So we pulled something off of everything. Nothing was clean. Nothing was completely decontaminated, but all of it's all nice and clean now. So we got our strawberries, we got our lettuces, our spinach, our bananas, our cilantro. I'm sorry, our spinach we have not washed yet. And then we have the mushrooms. And the mushrooms I'm just really excited about because they look amazing. They look so nice and clean. They're going to be great. And you know, they're already starting to feel dry. They don't really have any type of a slimy feeling going on them like I was expecting. So like I said, the solution has a sodium type base, and so it is going to help to dry those out a little bit. It's not going to keep them wet.